My three things: history, white males, failure. Today I was going to go on an angry rant against felon Trump. But why bother? The old convicted felon lacks any shred of dignity or self-respect. In short, he's a failure of historic proportions. Dehumanizing name-calling, coupled with blatant racism, misogyny, and homophobia, identify him as that worst of Americans, the unqualified white male. That species has been with us since our founding. The most classic early example was the old plantation and slave owners. That species inherited their wealth and position as a right, not an obligation. With little curiosity and absolute disdain for learning, this type of parasite existed on the toil of others. Quickly realizing their opportunity, an entire underclass of similar white male enablers fed off their host. Today, this is felon Trump and fascist MAGA. The old Confederacy and the Gilded Age were past high points of these white parasites. However, the nation always harbored other species. Wealthy and privileged white females, males, and their supporters, enabled by daring and intelligent immigrants from literally around the world. They are the people who repeatedly wrestled power from the unqualified white males and built this nation. Today, white male parasites are back in power. They are continuing to tear down all that made this country strong and great. In 1980, the United States had world-class social and physical infrastructure. Then, the wealthy, parasitic white male class convinced a strong minority that they could do better. As predicted, they failed badly, but became incredibly wealthy doing it. Now, the United States again stands on the cusp of failure. Our better angels prevailed against white male parasites in the past. We most certainly can again. And signs indicate beginning to succeed. Our great cities and states are opposing this illegitimate fascist regime by every means except violence. Fascism requires our consent. Withhold it always, in every case. Our heroic military, including veterans, resist through resignations, media, and quiet disobedience. A classic example was felon Trump's birthday parade, which mocked instead of enabled him. Education leaders refuse to bow before this fascist regime's dictates to hide history, equality, and even science. No Kings demonstrations hark back to the great labor movements of the industrial age. We can do this, Americans. It is time to seize control and return unqualified white males and their enablers to the dustbin of history. This white male and millions of others join you. See you in the street and at the polls.